Hello and welcome to the War Report. I am your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is the show on the A Show Network where we talk about NXT 2.0 and AEW Dynamite. Maybe Rampage, if something cool happens on there. Maybe NXT UK, if something cool happens on there. But NXT 2.0 and AEW is normally what we do. How are you, Quan?
Update on my back. Still kind of hurts. I went to see the chiropractor today. My spine's all misaligned. I'm getting old. You know what it is? It's because I'm working a desk job now for the first time, and I'm not used to it.
Been there, done that.
I know.
Catch up to me. I already had two spinal surgeries. You are not ahead of me, dog. Like, I'm really in this.
What's your life like?
Like, what's your like? I earn my stripes, bro, on the streets. Come on, man. You know what spinal fusion is, man? You know what spinal fusion is, man? Fix your posture. Shoot. Hold up. Let me go get my back brace, man. You ain't never seen
Go ahead, bro. You ain't never seen no back brace. This dude really about to go grab a back brace.
You ain't never seen no shit like this, man.
My man got the Roman Reigns tactical vest back brace piece. You got the Virgil LV back brace. I go crazy.
Come on, man. Been there, done that. Nah, take care of your back, man. This is really important. You don't want to get
stressed out.
You should get one of those what is it? Those good posture things where it's just like it just like straps to your back and it like it's like a piece of like plastic right in between your shoulder blades and it just like forces good posture.
I gotta look into that.
Oh, you could probably like just get like a posture. It was like posture corrector, and then you could get that on
Amazon?
$9.
I'm gonna look at it right now.
Yeah, man. And shout out to everybody on the show, man. Take care of your back, man. That shit sucks. You don't have to spinal surgery. But no, it's been a decent week of wrestling, I guess. I don't excellent. In wrestling news, I don't really know. But
a weird week.
Yeah. I'm excited for the Royal Rumble, that's all. That's why I'm like happy about
this is my favorite time of the year for sure. Rumble. Yeah. It's been a couple years. I don't remember the last time WWE did a bad Rumble event. It's been the last like 4 years have been really, really good.
I would say if you weren't a big fan of Roman Reigns winning in 2015, then I guess you'd be tight.
That was 7 years ago. You know what I mean? They haven't had a bad one since.
If you're still tight about that, I don't really know. Because what is it? After Roman, we got Triple H winning it, which I thought was really
2016
cool.
was fire. 2017 had AJ Styles versus Cena on it. And I believe that was the year Shinsuke won it. No, it might have been 2018 when Shinsuke won it.
It was 2018. That was a question on 5 with J5.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, oh my God, Justin had me stressed out when the 2002 who debuted. What 4 guys debuted? I remember those promos so vividly. First of all, I was like, "Who's Mr. Perfect?" I don't even know who this is. Goldust I kind of knew. Godfather I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the 4th person? It was Goldust.
I think Val Venus was heavily
Val Venus. That's right, Val Venus. Correct. So yeah. So.
Yeah, that's the show we're going to be talking about
so well.
Yeah, that's the show that we're going to be talking about when we do X8 Diaries with Meals. That's the new big thing that's going to be coming around.
I think that's what it's called. The next project.
X8 Diaries. I think it's odd. It doesn't slide off the tongue really well, but I'm really excited to be a part of that. And what's crazy is as we were doing the 5 with J5, I've seen this Rumble before. Shout out
Have you seen 2002 before?
I've seen this Rumble before. Shout outs to the subreddit Square Circle 366. Like that Rumble was on there. I remember it vividly. Yeah. Because I remember watching Ric Flair versus Vince McMahon. That match is terrible.
Not for control of the WWE, correct?
Yeah. The match sucks. Oh my God, I hate it so much.
Oh, that was the Royal Rumble with the theme with the Kid Rock song. It was the what was it? Oh, damn, what the song called?
But that's and also like a whole bunch of gifts are like from that where like Stone Cold he's like looking at his wrist because he eliminated so many niggas.
He done that a couple of times because he did that in the '97 one too. I think the popular
that shit hard.
That shit hard. One.
That's a fire taunt from the Rumble. Like I
That is
cleared
fire.
this bitch out.
I love that.
You know?
What we doing?
And then yeah, I just remembered that Rumble. Like as we were talking about it more and more, I just like started remembering that like, oh, I've actually seen this.
That was a fun Rumble. You know what? I remember because I think that next month, Goldust and RVD had a really, really good match at No Way Out. I don't remember why I remember that match because it's mad random, but that match was fire. I remember like being a big fan of it.
Yeah, that's about to get queued up for the. I'll probably repeat it tomorrow. I'm not gonna do anything at work, but
yeah.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna be a part of the X8 Diaries with Meals, and if you would like to, you know, be ready for that when that comes out, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/.
And let me tell you
RNC.
Okay. And let me tell you something. If X8 Diaries was as good as Invasion Diaries, because I personally think Invasion Diary was the best content RNC anything has ever put out ever. I think that shit was fantastic. I was looking forward to those. Those were my favorite things to listen to, and I was taking my bike rides this summer.
It was. I'm
mad I didn't get on any of them last summer. I'm kind of upset about that, but
I'm very much looking forward to whatever 2000 like. This was in the
2002 stuff
related stuff. I feel like he's gonna pull like some like
that's my era,
some really obscure Miami stuff, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I was like probably like 8. And then Legendary Run with Batista will be out next week with our first episode.
And real nostalgic.
That's gonna be fun. And then everything in the RNC or the A Show RNC, like Patreon content and free feed content is all like weaving together in the years because we're all in like this same year span right now.
That's what I'm saying. We're all in that 2000s area for some reason. Just nostalgia stuff.
It's nostalgic. Also, I never really seen any of it. So
yeah, that's so cool that you just haven't seen any of that stuff. I think that's so interesting. Because everybody else has done, like me, Justin, and Emil, we obviously been watching since at minimum late 90s, and then you came in at 2015. So just like all this great stuff in 2000 you've never seen before.
Yeah,
it's like
what it reminds me of? 20 years worth of content that I'm just like,
it's insane.
From two promotions, 03.
Yeah. A lot. Even you can even include indie stuff, all the 2000s Ring of Honor you probably haven't seen yet, and it's tough to see because it's not even like out anywhere. Like you gotta search for that.
I got a couple of DVDs that I might actually have to pull out at some point in time, but ripping DVDs is so hard. Like I missed the era where it was very easy to do.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man. So if you're not locked into our Patreon, we have a lot of good Patreon content coming up for later on this year, kind of going into Mania. But let's get into In the Trenches. So first topic here. I said it on the A Show this week, which you could you could go listen to. But the Gunther Stark trademark has been abandoned, and he is not going to be named Gunther Stark. And you can stop saying that they named him after a Nazi because he's not. Yeah. He's just a common German name.
For the record, WWE also never stated he was ever going to be Gunther Stark at any point. So it was a whole nothing about nothing.
So
it's just Gunther, and you just got to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, it's done. We're over. You can
like
stop
it or
now.
Not. That's his name now.
Like if you're still saying that, like he's like Gunther Stark in your mind, and it's just like it's never been that. Like this is a self-inflicted pain that you
made yourself angry with that.
Yeah.
If you want to be angry about his name being Gunther, that's fine. That's your prerogative.
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, but he's not a Nazi, guys. They didn't make him a Nazi gimmick. Just like we don't know what they're doing with Saray yet. Y'all automatically assume off rip she's a schoolgirl gimmick. We don't know that. Was she
supposed to be on the show this week?
I don't think she ever said she could be on the show. I think it's just like a coming soon type of deal. I could be wrong. She might just. Okay. I don't know.
It is what it is. But yeah, man. That's over with. Next topic, we got NXT back on the road, baby. Yo, soon as they're in Miami, all the homies link up.
You back on the coconut loop? You want the coconut loop to watch Tiffany Stratton?
You feel me? You feel me? Hey man,
I'm-
that match that she had with EO, it was kind of the perfect match to me.
yeah, shit, that's cool. I knew EO wasn't losing that. I said, ain't no way EO losing this match.
That match was exactly how I envisioned it in my mind.
Yeah.
So all good stuff there. And to be honest, she didn't look bad.
Don't
But
forget
we'll
the
save
first
that for
link
when we
on
get to NXT. I'm excited for NXT to be back on the road. I don't know if it's just going to be coconut loops, but they're going to be having to stand and deliver at Mania.
But stand and deliver at Mania. How do you feel about that? So it's going to be on the same. From what we've heard or read so far, it's going to be on the same day as WrestleMania Night 1.
At like early in the day.
I'm assuming. I would hope really early in the day. I'm hoping like a 12 o'clock show. They haven't announced the time.
Fuck no. It'll probably be like 3 p.m.
3.
Guarantee everything on my mama. It would be a 3 p.m. show.
So if the show from 3 to 6, they had to get all the way over to the stadium for the show that starts at 7.
Like the WrestleMania stage will most likely be done in like a week before.
I'm talking about. I don't think they're doing the NXT at the WrestleMania stage. I'm talking about the fans.
Oh, nigga, you either there or you not. Your seat gonna be there. You paid for it. So what you late?
They might start a little earlier.
So what is it? Takeover is not always a 3-hour show.
I'm going to assume it's 2.5. Well, no, you know what?
So
no, they haven't even specified the date.
Hear me out. When I say 3 p.m., I meant Eastern. So let's say the show starts at 2 Dallas time or whatever.
Okay, 2 Dallas time's fine. That's a little better.
It's 4.
That's fine. Okay, it's gonna be. It'll be 2.5 hours.
And then we just move over.
It's 2.5 hours at minimum.
And then motherfucker, what y'all really missing? Y'all missing the kickoff panel, head ass boy.
Yeah,
so what you late to the arena?
Yeah,
nobody gonna take your seat. But nah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to talk to Justin and them, the WrestleMania group, and see if they actually want to go to that. Because I think this is like way more wrestling that we anticipated seeing, because it's also going to be Justin's little batch party or whatever. But I'm looking forward to NXT being back on the road, and I hope they make it to Miami soon. Oopsie. All right. Next, I have not seen the comments. I have not heard this audio, but Bully Ray makes some comments about Jon Moxley. I think he's paraphrasing. I think he said that Jon Moxley needed to apologize to the fans for going to rehab.
What's wrong with this dude?
And I'm just like, are you stupid or are you dumb?
What is wrong with it? I don't.
Society is absolutely past the need for Bubba Ray Dudley.
We don't need any Bully Ray, Bubba Ray.
Like, get this mic away from him. Like, why does he have a radio show?
I don't know. That was a terrible, terrible take from Bully Ray. Basically he was on Busted Open Radio and he stated that Moxley should have apologized during his promo to the fans for what? I don't know. It's not even like Moxley was like had a match planned or anything. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like he had a main event.
Like, what do you do wrong?
It wasn't like he was in some big storyline.
He came he came out to the fans, gave them literally what they wanted. Yeah. Or shit, it's AEW. They're gonna take whatever comes out they fucking jeans. So
yeah,
it was just nice to see Moxley back. They just said Moxley's back. They didn't say he would be in the match or anything. So what the fuck is he apologizing for? For getting better?
Yeah, right. For fixing his mental and physical health.
Dog, if you're a person that agreed with that take, please stop listening.
I'll say that I don't think I saw anybody who agreed with it. To be fair, because that was nuts. I want to hear the audio. Because any of his like co-anchors say to respond and say, "What are you talking about?" Like,
what's crazy is that I've never heard the audio. I just know that he said that Jon Moxley should have apologized.
Yeah,
and then I was just like, "Huh?
What?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That don't make no sense to me.
That's stupid as hell, boy." And then next topic. So, like I said before my account was clipped, when AEW starts trimming the fat, it's going to be very interesting how people react. And we can start expecting a lot of departures from AEW come this spring. I know a lot of people like Joey Janela, they signed similar contracts. So we could see a lot of people departing soon. And I'm seeing a lot of AEW wrestlers posting booking dates without saying
a
they
lot of
got let
independent
go.
booking dates.
Yeah, without saying that, AEW let me go. Like, what's up with y'all? Yeah, y'all scared to say the truth?
I'm assuming they're not going to get let go fully. They'll probably be on a paid appearance deal going forward. Guys like a Peter Avalon or a Marco Stunt, even if they're ever going to use Marco Stunt again.
They're gonna start treating them like enhancement talent.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what they are now. So it's not even like
that's an L.
Yeah, and of course, the biggest one would be Leo Rush, who announced that his contract is going to be up suspiciously, like not even 4 months in. I've seen a lot of contracts in wrestling. Generally, from what I've seen, like from what I know, I'm not WWE corporate or TNA corporate or any corporate company, but I'm like, I ain't never seen no contract that just ended in like 40 days or whatever or 4 months, whatever the hell it was. It wasn't out. Look, it wasn't no 6 months. It wasn't a year. So I'm like, what's going on? Why is it ending in 2 weeks randomly?
But Quan, the NBA and MLB and hockey, they always sign like 1 week or 2 week contracts. What about that?
And that's even the worst part. That was in my mentions all that day, was talking about 10-day contract. But first of all, for number one, if y'all want to relate this to real sports all of a sudden, it'd be the same people saying free Ali for his contract, which you also can't do in regular sports. You can't just like, you know what I mean? If you ask for a trade or you have to get released from your contract, you think the NBA owner can be like, yeah, sure, whatever? No, they're going to say, you going to sit here and just deal with it. That's what happened with John Wall right now in Houston. So now all of a sudden, real sports terms work, and now that all of a sudden we have 1 week contracts or 4 month contracts or whatever 12-week contract, whatever we had going on.
We are picking and choosing.
Yeah, it's so silly. And like, I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on with the contract. Maybe they did sign a contract for that amount of days. I'm just saying it seems a little suspicious after the whole Big Swole incident. And he asked Tony to publicly apologize, and then the next day said, me and Tony had a talk and retracted back his statements. And then we ain't see him on TV at all after that. I think maybe 1 week. And then now he's gone. Just like that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, it seems a little sketchy to me.
Drewski hands? It's Drewski hands, man.
You know what I mean? Look.
And I think it's very like odd that Tony Khan was making like a big deal out of like, after the Black Wrestling Draw thing, he was just like, no, I'm talking to Leo Rush right now. Like, this is Hove. I'm on his line right now.
I'm on his line.
Leo Rush, come back. We here. And then he comes back, and then, he kind of, like, I've seen Leo Rush accomplish a lot of things in his short contracts or short deals. He ain't accomplished shit in AEW.
You didn't have time to.
Yeah, and I think that's very unfortunate. And the fact that, he's not going to try to, like, do it is what it is, man.
now, with that being said, Leo Rush has a history of, not really being able to work creatively with his employers. He had a fallout with, well, I don't want to say a fallout, but definitely a agreement with either people backstage or Vince himself, or just like, I don't know. It's just, I just want, or even on the challenge when he quit, early in the middle of the show, he didn't seem to really want to commit to things. So, I mean, that could be the reason his contract was so short. But like I said, it was just the timing of the contract. It just seems kind of weird. It wasn't a 10-day and it wasn't a 6 month. It was I don't know what the hell that was. 45 days contract.
If you got your War Report bingo cards, get your chips out, because it's the optics of the situation. It's just how it looks, man. But with that said, You want to get into NXT or AEW first?
Let's do AEW because it's fresher in my mind, and we can probably get to it faster. I'm gonna keep it a
Okay,
stack.
no problem. All right, so we're gonna come back and then we're gonna talk about AEW's Beach Break live from Cleveland. Like, why they had to keep letting us know that they was from Cleveland? Does
That's the
WWE
joke.
do that?
That's the joke. It depends on the location. Because when they come to Mohegan Sun, they definitely don't ever say Connecticut ever. They never. If you ever, every time they do a show in Mohegan Sun, they never say Connecticut. It's just Mohegan Sun Casino.
Okay.
You can't say say Uncasville, Connecticut. Damn, man.
All right, man.
Cassidy! Oh my God! Where'd they go? Where did these two men go?
They went through the staging area here.
They have crashed through the stage. The 3 count. Orange Cassidy wins it.
All right, live from Connecticut. I mean, not Connecticut, Cleveland. Beach Break, man. How'd you feel about this show overall?
I wish I gotta keep save the tweets that I see when I want to talk about them on the podcast. But somebody said it was basically 2 matches. It was a 2-match show, and sandwich in between was some mid. And yeah, I might not even say mid. I might just say not good. If we keep it as that, I might just say it wasn't good.
Did the Tony check bounce, bruh? What happened, bruh?
Look, me and Tony gotta talk. We're gonna talk when I see him in a couple weeks.
Oh, man. In a couple weeks?
Whenever the hell that show is. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, the Cleveland show.
No, the fucking Bridgeport show.
Oh, my God. I'm getting shit mixed up.
Come on, man. Get your dates right.
So I would say this show is a wish sandwich. I wish a lot of these matches were good. I wish a lot of these promos were good. I wish this match was better structured. I wish some of these matches were better booked or better produced. And I guess to start, let's talk about Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara, the ladder match. I mean, I liked the start of this match, and then I was just like, after the first ladder spot, I was just like, oh man, boy not gonna sell it. And then they did it again, and I was just like, well, goddamn, he not gonna sell it.
Yeah, dog,
and then they did it again, and then I was just like, boy, not gonna sell it. And then they did it again, and then I was just like, what is this match? Would this count to as this match having zero psychology?
Oh no, when I'm watching a ladder match, I don't expect the most of psychology. Because first of all, they'd be acting like it's a struggle to walk up a ladder, which is fine. I'm not mad at that.
Wait, hold on, let me stop you right there. Keep your thoughts fresh. But the AEW wants to be so different, so fucking bad. But so Sammy Guevara can rush up the ladder. They're not trying to do the slow ladder climb, right? But it would kind of make sense after the several ladder spots that you've done to at least struggle a little bit. Your back don't hurt. You don't want to sell it.
No, this is all right. So let me praise the match first.
Go ahead.
The big ladder spots they did do, they were great spots. It wasn't the spots that I had a problem with. It was the transition to the spots that I had a problem with.
Yes.
It was, let's do this big ladder spot. You lay on the ground for literally 3 seconds and then get right back up. Let's get to another
climb the
spot.
ladder again.
Yeah, it was really that I didn't like it. So the spots themselves were executed great. I love the cutter that Sammy did. That was insane. That he got so much air on that.
I thought that cutter was so stupid. I mean, not the cutter. The crossroads. I thought it was so stupid. Why would you even climb that rung of the ladder or that side of the ladder? What? Especially with an extremely tiny ladder.
Yeah. I was okay with the match. You know where they lost me at? They lost me with the swanton off the big ladder through the ladder bridge. For one, why didn't they just gimmick the ladder? I don't understand why they didn't do a gimmick ladder like WWE does. And two, that a spot like that should end the match.
Yeah.
And it didn't. They went 5 more minutes after that. And I'm like, that should have ended the match.
What's also very funny is that you would say that, AEW doesn't have a good history of gimmicking anything.
They don't.
So
try.
maybe it was gimmick and it just didn't work as per usual of AEW. But nah, I would say the several because the bar is already in hell because it's AEW, and the bar is even further in hell because it's a ladder match. So I was just like, and then the bar is even further because it's two people I don't really like watching wrestle. And so my expectation was very low. And then at the start of this match, I thought it was going really, really well. And then, just spot after spot after spot. And I think by like after high spot 4, Cody decided he wanted to work on the limb. The fuck is going on here? Am I crazy?
Look, yeah, I said it on Twitter. Anything that happens in the Cody verse, I'm not even going to question it no more. It's just whatever Cody wants to do and however he wants to do these matches.
Like
a lot of
I'm not crazy though, right? Like,
no.
why are you working a limb so late into this match when honestly you should be damaged too? And then even after Sammy Guevara did the swanton and he fucking ricocheted off the ladder, he got up and started sprinting up the ladder. What is this shit? Cody, they do the WWE 2K19 spot where you take the ladder away and they start dangling from the shit. Cody just drops down to his legs and you don't even act like his legs hurt. I know that shit hurt.
I know that the shock impact on that. My poor knees.
I'm saying, like, we don't sell the legs no more.
And then to top it all off, Sammy wins the match. So we didn't really have to do any of this.
Dog.
We didn't do any of this.
Cody constantly coming back, winning the TNT belt, and then just losing again, and then going like being absent is like the worst thing like AEW does, and they like it's a self-inflicted, like, stop doing this. Why do you feel the need to keep giving him the belt? Like, Cody doesn't even have the belt long enough to go on a press run with it.
Yeah. Unless he really might be gone for a little while. Maybe they still haven't got the details out on the contract, whatever contract they're doing. They just like, well, let's have Cody take some time off until we figure out what we're doing with this contract. That's the only reason I could think they would have that ladder match, and then
I would have, AEW silly because I would have had the contracts on this like immediately.
Before I gave him the belt, for sure, we would have had the contract figured out before that.
I would have been talking about the contract before December.
Yeah,
we would have been talking about contract shit in like goddamn August.
And maybe they have, and they just haven't come to a deal yet.
And then you still giving the belt, motherfuckers? You stupid?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
But moving on, we have another stinker. We have Daniel Garcia in 2.0 versus the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, and Santana and Ortiz. How'd you feel about this match?
Just a match that kind of happened. I see the story. Obviously, there was a story being told. I'm not going to say just nothing happened. The story of just Santana and Ortiz don't really seem to trust Jericho at this point, and Jericho's like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
I don't get why they don't trust him, because
Eddie's in their head.
Well, like them feeling as if Jericho is holding them back. That's that, but I don't think Jericho's ever given them anything to to be mischievous or, misguiding or anything like that. If they're just mad that Jericho is stunting their growth, that makes sense. But there is kind of no reason for them not to trust him. It's not like he did anything sneaky behind their back. I don't necessarily get it. But if you have anything else to say, continue.
No, that was it. The match was the match it was.
So Jericho squeaks out the win. And although what I just said, I don't like that because it positions Jericho as he's in the right, and I feel like he's in the wrong because he is absolutely stunting their growth.
Yeah, and Eddie Kingston made a fair point, and he was absolutely correct.
Yeah, so it double-edged sword on this one, and I feel like Inner Circle should have actually lost this match. They should have lost this match, and it should have been at one of either Santana or Ortiz's fault for distrusting Jericho. You feel that's fair?
We'll,
Is that fair?
we'll see how it goes though. They might. I want to see how they tell the story. I'll give it time.
I kind of just want. I just want to fast forward to the part where Santana and Ortiz are just like, yeah, we're going to be a tag team, and then we're actually going to be part of the tag team division. That's the part I want to fast forward to.
They are on the tag team division. They're just on YouTube.
I would like them to be on the tag team division. Thank you.
On the two.
I want to fast forward to that part, and especially I don't want any more matches with Daniel Garcia in 2.0. If it's just Daniel Garcia, that's fine. I don't care about 2.0. That's that. And next up, we have our main event, the Lights Out match, which I do like the start of it, where they're just like, "Hey man, as soon as these lights turn off, we're not responsible for what we're gonna do." I think I miss it. They don't do the Lights Out enough, but I do like that.
They said they did 5. I don't remember them doing even 5.
They did 5. What the fuck?
That's what commentary said. They said they've done 5 of them. I remember. I'm trying to think. It was Kenny, and Moxley, Britt, Thunder Rosa. There's another one last year. Am I bugging?
I don't know.
Well, commentary said 5, but those are the only 2 I remember.
Is there like one before the Dynamite era, or like just during their kind of like actual indie run?
They were all during Dynamites. All Lights Out have been there. No, Full Gear was the first one. That was the Kenny Moxley one. After that, it's been not Kenny Moxley. Who was it? It was Kenny. Doesn't matter. Whatever. But yeah, this match was indie-rific, man. You know what? We didn't really talk about at the beginning of the show, but I watched the GCW, well, some of the GCW show from the Hammerstein Ballroom, and I think I just kind of came to the decision I've outgrown the indie style of wrestling. And
spot after spot after spot with sloppy transition.
This match gave me that same energy of GCW, kind of just like one spot, real cutesy stuff. It's too much cutesy stuff going on in Adam Cole matches. And Orange Cassidy, if that matter, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those get off my lawn type of deals. It's just like, it's not for me, man. I'm sorry. This type of match is not my deal at all.
I think the standard for the Lights Out match is Britt Baker Thunder Rosa.
Yeah,
that is the standard for this match.
They would fight like they didn't like each other. You know what I mean? Or even if you want, even if you want to compare it to this week, the same. I know we're gonna talk about NXT later, but Boa and Solo Sikoa, they would fight like they really didn't like each other. You know what I mean? Adam Cole and they're hugging. They're literally the hugging spot. Literally,
yeah, they were literally hugging, but like there wasn't a disdain in there because they were just doing spot after spot.
It didn't feel like a fight at all. It felt it felt like a just spot after spot, just a really indie style match, and it's just.
I would say I was kind of like, I thought the match was. I thought this match was going to be good. Then that Danhausen nigga came out under the ring in the first 2 minutes, and I said this match is going downhill. Then they went to commercial break. They come back from commercial break. Next thing I remember is Orange Cassidy hitting the Panama Sunrise, and I said this match is going out the fucking window. Then I blink and I see literally like 7 run-ins. And you know what I hate in wrestling. No matter what the match is.
You would have hated that. You would have hated the Attitude Era. Let me tell you that much. You would have hated it. 99. You would have hated it.
Because like if it had purpose or looked good, I'll be like, oh, okay, I get it or whatever. But like, nigga, the whole goon squad was out.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, Adam Cole is like running away from Orange Cassidy. Adam Cole is running away from Orange Cassidy?
Ew.
This nigga a bitch. And then I blink, and then I see them trying to recreate Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara. And then Orange Cassidy hugs him, right? That's not the part that bothered me. the bothering
Stood there for
me,
like 30 seconds.
yeah, and they were staring at each other like the Wayne's bros, and I was just like, nigga, do a fucking spot. What are you doing?
Yeah, it was silly.
Like,
That's
why
that
are you
silly
just like,
show. Like,
yeah, they were hugging each other, and they're just like, Orange Cassidy, you sure you want to jump? You sure you want to jump? What is this shit?
yeah, I didn't.
This is probably the worst. This is absolutely one of their worst lights out matches, and this is
Yeah,
definitely one of the.
this was the worst lights match they've done. I don't remember the other three, but I'm assuming this one was the worst. Out of
this is
two.
this is this is terrible, and not to beat a dead horse, but Adam Cole, done. So he not that
proclaimed it done.
He's done. He's cooked.
Also, if we go back to Danhausen real quick, they didn't even explain. The commentary didn't even explain who that guy was.
They just said he was Danhausen, and like we supposed to know who the fuck this guy is,
bro. I am on the wrestling internet community every single day. I don't know anything about Danhausen except for the fact that he wears face paint and that's it. I never seen a match from this guy.
Hey man, what did I say when 2.0 was coming up, man? I said we need to get rid of these nerds that just pay for the wrestling training. And this man is the epitome of the nerd that paid for the wrestling training.
He could be a good wrestler. I don't know. I've never seen this guy wrestle in my life. But his gimmick,
he's just that dude
lame,
that's really cool. He's just that dude that all them crackers like on Twitter. That's all he is.
But can like somebody could Excalibur at least explain to me who this guy is?
I don't even think Excalibur knows who the motherfucker this guy is, except being a joke. Just being a meme guy on Twitter. That shit ain't nothing. This guy ain't nobody. Stephen A. Smith, he got 2 left feet. He can't blah blah blah. This man's a bona fide scrub.
Cleveland was excited to see him. I guess I don't know.
Shit. Like I said, AEW would fucking clap if somebody took a shit in the ring. It doesn't. They will cheer whatever they pull out their goddamn jeans. So, and Danhausen plays to the people that are in Danhausen internet. I mean, Danhausen Twitter, bro.
But I mean, that's my thing. I'm saying
that's not the side we on.
I'm in that same community. I try to be. I try to have my timeline as little as biased as possible. I still don't really know this guy. I'm saying I don't know who this guy is, and I think they need to do a better job. This reminds me of remember when
he's called number 7, bro.
Do you remember when Butcher and Blade debuted like in the early Dynamite episodes, and they were like, "It's Butcher and the Blade," like we were supposed to know,
and we had no idea who the fuck they were.
They haven't learned from that since, and that was what 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Come on, guys, let's just you gotta look. You have to. I know they don't want to be the casual wrestling show. You gotta at least appeal a little bit to the casual, because I'm not a casual wrestling fan, and I didn't even know who that guy was. So imagine someone who's just randomly watching that show. They'd be like, who the fuck is this guy?
They were playing to the lunch table in the dark corner of the room. That's who they were appealing to. But yeah, man, this Lights Out match is terrible. When we finish this recording, or like later, I guess when we go into the Patreon section, we're going to probably figure out what the other Lights Out matches were. But going forward, I think Orange Cassidy winning this match is just not going to matter. And they're going to move forward with the Cole push anyway, because it's it wasn't recognized in the records, so
it didn't even count. So
it's whatever. Shit doesn't really matter. And then people are just gonna be like, well, it doesn't hurt Cole because the win isn't counted. The match was ass, point blank. It hurts Cole, bro. He's not that guy no more. But let's move into these quick hits, man. Puss ass Warlow beats up some jobbers. That's about it. You got anything to say about that?
You got the hometown crowd pop. He beat up 2 guys. No real advancement, at least not this part of the story. Maybe a little bit later on in the show, but no, just a match to get the crowd pop.
I forgot. I didn't put that on the docket because I was fucking falling asleep as that segment was happening. But we'll talk about that in a moment. Because we still have some time left on this. Layla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. Did this match need to be on Beach Break, Bray?
Okay, this is my thing. So, right, I did point out that I'm gonna be nice first. I I think Red Velvet has improved in the ring. She looks a lot
Yes.
better than she had in the last year.
You tweeted that as soon as the match started, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"Pump your brakes, man. Something might
No,
go
but
wrong."
I've been watching her. I've been watching her on like Dark and
Okay.
stuff. She definitely improved. My thing was like, and the crowd showed it. They didn't care. You know why they didn't care? You giving us no reason to care about either of these women. These women have had no TV time, no promo time. Why do I care about Red Velvet or Layla Hirsch? I mean, yeah, Layla. What did they've done nothing on the show? So you expect the crowd? I feel like they put this match on just to say, hey, we got a women's match on the show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it
That's
was the
it.
wrong women.
Yeah, just to say they had a women's match.
You remember when Layla Hirsch won that match so she could challenge Kayla Brickhouse at NWA Power, and then they never mentioned that again, whether she lost or not.
They didn't mention that. You're right. They really didn't mention that. That's funny.
Yeah, man. Moving on, we got Britt Baker and a very terrible segment where she just talked about her PWI accomplishments, like the PWI didn't come out 2 weeks ago. That's like we don't care. And then
So it was just a promo, just to be a promo. Nothing happened.
Yeah, there was no message, there was no challenger. She just wanted to like get she was getting heel heat, but there was no baby face to come out and get a pop. So she was just
it was just a promo, just to have Britt on the show, I guess.
It's so stupid. I got the wrong person here, but I said I typed out Nyla Rose challenges Britt, but right after Britt Baker segment, and they start doing the graphics for all the matches that are gonna happen. I think later on the show, and then next week we get Nyla Rose challenging Ruby Soho, and she was just like, "I could have won the tournament if I didn't lose." Well, shit, me too. Like what? So she challenges Ruby Soho, and I feel like that promo could have been on a Twitter video. Like, who gives a shit right now? And then now we could talk about CM Punk and MJF. I thought this segment was terrible, but I know everybody's gonna, ooh, yes, he's talking about CM Punk and his departure from wrestling again. Ooh, like who gives a shit? Yeah, he did. Like we all know he did the podcast. We all know he sued the doctor, and he left wrestling for 7 years. What is this like? This promo is like MJF's part of the promo was absolutely nothing, and so was CM Punk's part.
I just don't care, but I don't want to see you guys talk anymore. We watched them talk for 10 weeks. I don't care. Let's get the fight. I'm happy at least at minimum they announced the match for next week. It's going to be MJF versus CM Punk. Thank God. And I was like, if they stretch this out to Revolution, which they still could, but at least they're touching each other. I pray. I don't think AEW would do the bait and switch. So I think the match will happen, but it might be like an indecisive finish. I don't think it's going to be like a concrete. I think they are going to stretch this out to Revolution, but
if this
they couldn't do more promo.
how many more WWE little references or bitter CM Punk or what meat is left on this bone, bro? Or they gonna just start chewing at the marrow?
No, maybe. Well, now that they've officially gotten physical, this is the first time they actually like Punk got beat up with the steel chair or whatever in the power bomb. So they've gotten fit. Now that we've crossed that line,
he's gonna get back up and fight again.
I don't know. It's just, yeah. I don't want to see these guys talk anymore. Let's get to the match. Let's get it over with. If they want to keep going after that, that's fine. But at least they like touched each other. That's all. That's all I'm asking for.
All right, and then next, while we still have some time, Hangman Page and Lance Archer is going to be a Texas death match.
Where's Page at, man?
Page. Like people want to say that Page is being, shown off in a very good light as champion. Dog, soon as Daniel Bryan stepped out of that light, this man became a second thought on the show. And then now this match that had like no heat behind it is now going to be a Texas death match. Lance Archer just can't do a regular match. Like, what's up with this guy?
I don't want to see a Lance Archer regular match. I'd rather see a death match. If we're gonna have a Lance Archer match, I'd rather it be a death match than just a standard match.
Well, it's gonna be a death match, and then blood and all this stuff. Ooh wee. But yeah, that's it for AEW. I don't think there's anything else. So let's get into NXT 2.0.
We never will fall. We never will fail. We just get up, get out, go get it, we get it, prevail.
Man, I can't believe it. We're in the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Dog, and we could go all the way. Hey, I'll tell you what. If we make it all the way to the finals and win, we ask out Mandy Rose.
I'm gonna ask out. What?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, but she would never even say yeah.
Hold on. What you mean never? People said that we never had a chance to make it this far in the Dusty Cup Classic. Yeah, and here we are. People also said that we never had a chance to beat JC and Harlan. People said that we never had a chance to beat Legado del Fantasma. So let's keep on grinding. Let's keep on busting brackets. And let's win this whole damn thing.
And then after that, go after the NXT Tag Team titles.
And go ask out Mandy Rose.
We'll see.
We'll see. Look, you ask out Mandy Rose, and I'll ask out Gigi and Jason.
Idris, I've seen your Instagram. You can be a bad influence on me.
Some might call it toxic.
Where's your shirt?
We all in, just winning.
All right. I told your ass, and I told your ass. Vengeance Day is happening.
You're right.
I told you. Why'd you doubt me?
I was just waiting for the official confirmation. That's all.
It was going to happen. It's fine. And February 15th will be Vengeance Day. That's going to be a very fun show. I'm not sure what's going to be on it yet, but I'm pretty sure we can see that Mandy Rose and Kaylee Ray is going to be a part of that. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Braun Breaker versus Elgato del Fantasma.
So yeah, it'll probably be. I think it'll probably be. I think they'll probably do Braun and Ciampa next week against Wild and Mendoza. But I think it'll be Braun and Santos at Vengeance Day.
Braun
as
Santos,
well.
Kaylee Ray, Mandy Rose, Grimes, and Carmelo Hayes.
The finals of the Dusty Rose.
Cup.
I'm losing. I see. Look, it's been 2 days. I'm already forgetting everything. The Dusty Cup finals.
Dusty Cup. I mean, that's
and possibly the women's tag team championship match as well.
Oh,
if they want to do that route, but also they're in the Dusty Cup, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
It'll probably like joining the Dusty Cup will probably be like, you know, their second chance. But I personally wouldn't do that match on Vengeance Day if the women's thing was gonna start. They said it's just gonna start in February. They didn't say when in February. So we'll see. So yeah, let's just get into it. Elgato del Fantasma, their ducking breaker. I'm not really feeling this because we are literally fresh as hell off the garbage Zion Quinn Elgato del Fantasma storyline. So he's saying a lot of stuff, and I'm just not I'm not believing it. I'm not believing in my guy.
Yeah, show it to you first. He had to redeem himself.
Yeah, like you really had Loverboy punking your ass out. Like, come on, son, what is this shit?
I like this.
Now we're just gonna act like that didn't happen.
He won. It's over.
We just gonna act like that terrible feud ain't happened.
Yeah, forgot about it. That's fine by me. I don't want to remember that.
It's not
that
gonna
was the low light. That was the low light of NXT. I don't want to remember that. I want to remember positive things.
Oh, well, there hasn't been many positive things yet, but you know, Braun Breaker says "Cállate," and then everybody was just like, "Oh my god, why do you speak Spanish?" Like everybody cringed.
Bilingual Braun, turn that up.
Everybody cringed, but that's cool. And then later on the show, they was about to jump his ass in the parking lot. Soon as I saw that Escalade pull up, I said, "Oh man!"
I know about to kidnap him like the old days. Like how
yeah, you feel me? They was about to just get his ass.
Snatch it up.
young boy Ciampa come out with the Just for Men beard.
Got the shit out of that beard.
Mhm.
Vince, like, look, we ain't gonna no old niggas on my show, bro. You gotta let's get that fixed. So yeah, it's a theme throughout a theme throughout this episode. A lot of the guys that we thought might be getting called up or who are been doing dark matches were on this episode, and Ciampa was the last one who I just didn't expect to be on the show again. And
I think it'd be cool just for him to have this final match and like.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Pass
like
that
all these
torch.
guys, Pete, him, LA Knight, Roddy, this is kind of their last hurrah.
Mhm.
I hope. I keep saying that, and then they keep popping back up on my TV screen. So
We
fuck if I
always
know.
hope for the call ups, but they don't happen when we
Just don't be
when
happy.
they, we always gotta wait. But
I'm gonna imagine some of those guys are gonna be in the Rumble on Saturday. I'm gonna imagine.
absolutely, yeah, that'd be great. I would love it.
too.
Moving on, we got Boa versus Sawyer Sequoia, and hey man, the match was
Look,
fire.
I'm about to say, look,
The match was fire.
we were doubting these guys. We were
I
doubting
care
these
about
guys.
that. Oh, Boa, Sawyer Sequoia. I'm fucking with you, bro. We're gonna see how this next feud goes. I think
They would get it in.
yeah, I definitely think the street fight elements helped, and I'm hoping that what I saw from that can transfer into like regular singles matches. Like I hope me liking Sawyer Sequoia right now was just not the spectacle of that street fight, or it wasn't just me just like liking him because of the stipulation.
That splash was fire.
Yeah,
You know what? And I know we give WWE
not in Street Fighter fashion, but he does a frog splash.
You got to do the ooh snap. You got to do ooh splash. Come
But
on,
like,
man.
what?
You know how that goes.
You're not. That's not what you're thinking about when you're in a street fight. I'm about to climb this garbage can.
Hey, you know what? If you're Samoan, you might, them big boys, they just be jumping off stuff. But I know we give WWE shit for their camera angles a lot. This time, I'm gonna give him some credit because the way they framed it, so he looked like he got way higher up than he really did. It looked fantastic. That was a really good spot. The match was fun though.
Those are some real highlights. That's what you really want to give, and they didn't have to force it by doing it 5 times over.
Also, I don't know if NXT is sweetening up the crowd noise a little bit, but they sounded like they were lit that night. It's like it seemed like the whole night too. They didn't get tired. They were just fired up. They might be sweetening up a little bit, but I don't think they need a lot at this point because it sounds like that crowd is hot the whole show. And
I think
it's
it was
interesting
really
to see
fucking with the
who's
street
over.
fight. I think they were fucking with the street fight.
Yeah, it's interesting to see who's over on that show and who's not over. Or who's more over with the crowd, I should say. It's very interesting what's going on. I'm seeing it. We'll talk about it, but I'm seeing it.
Yeah. Next we have Toxic Attraction versus Kaylee Ray, Indy Hartwell, and Persia Parada. Also, Sawyer Sequoia won that match. How'd you feel about this tag match? I thought it was really cool. I definitely thought like once Kaylee Ray and Mandy Rose were out of it,
Yeah, Persia turned up.
Oh, this is the real match here, the real match. And
Persia's good.
Let's talk about it. The fact I knew something was up when she was at Indy Hartwell's bachelorette party, and she was like talking a lot.
Yeah, I knew she was next up on the show.
And then as 2.0 starts, and they just like she's talking a lot, no pre-tape.
Yeah. Do you think she got a little experience? She know what she's doing?
She's something, man. She's something special. I'm telling you, her and Indy Hartwell was really something in Melbourne City wrestling. So it's cool that like they kind of keeping up with that energy, dog. And it really seems like Persia is like borderline just gonna like switch up, but like I like the dynamic that they got going on right now.
Yeah. They look really good out there. I think Toxic Attraction are improving. JC I was a little sketchy on. Gigi, I know she's been doing it for a little bit, but JC a little sketchy on, but she's impressed. Man, it's really
she was nice.
it's really impressive how comfortable these people are getting on the show already. And this is without even having the house shows to do that on. They're doing this live on TV, and you can tell who's excelling and who's is still needs a little bit of work. But like, it's really impressive how quickly these guys are catching on.
But a lot of these people were on like everybody keeps saying that like they're not signing indie wrestlers no more, but like a lot of these people were on the indies, bro.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like that worked the hard
No,
camera style. But yeah, I know what
yeah.
you mean. I've had a lot of people tell me that too. Like, oh, these guys are so green. Like these guys were wrestling like on the indies. It's not like these
And
guys
y'all,
were like
y'all was
name.
fucking, and then y'all was fucking when they was on the indies. I knew a lot of people that fucked with Priscilla
Go
Kelly
on.
before she did her
Yeah.
before she started doing very
Wildin'.
nasty American Pie shit.
Yeah,
But
wildin'.
I knew people that fucking with her then. Like when she was part of the Mae Young Classic, people was fucking with her. And then as soon as she shows up on NXT, there's like saying she's green and she's not ready. And I was just like, what do you mean? But yes, it is cool to see how everybody's like coming along and stuff. So it's really good stuff, man. NXT 2.0 is the truth, man.
I can't wait.
on.
I cannot wait to revisit NXT 2.0 in a year and see the reaction how it is
Yeah.
in a year from now. I guarantee you a lot of people are gonna switch up. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
They can only deny it for so long. The quality is gonna reach the top. People can't keep denying the show. They can't.
I don't even know how they're denying it now because I think NXT 2.0
They're not
is
watching
such a
it. They're
fun
not
show.
even watching it.
Yeah. Before we go into the Dusty Cup portion of the show, that person that was just like, man, NXT is all titties and boobs, and I was just like, yeah, because there's women on the show. AEW don't do that. There's women on the show, period. And it's not their fault that they have very large
boobs.
Yeah. So we have MSK versus Jacket Time. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't really paying attention to this match.
I like this match. It was good. This is the best showing from Jacket Time in a minute. This is a fun match. Jacket Time was surprisingly over for some reason. I don't know where that came from. It was really weird.
Silly guys.
But also, it would
be
they
hard
were
to boo
MS.
these two.
But they were booing MSK. There was some people in the crowd kind of booing MSK. Yeah. But the match was fun. It was a fun match. I don't remember any of the spots from it because it was 2 days ago. My brain can't remember that anymore.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I can't back you up on this one.
But the match was fun.
Sorry, I see Jacket Time and I don't care. Like from what I can remember in my mind's eye right now, I did think that Ikemen Jiro was wrestling really well.
Yeah,
like he was wrestling like I've never seen. Like he was wrestling seriously, and I like that. Like he was wrestling like something was on the line, rather than whatever the fuck he's been doing with Kushida the past 4 months now. MSK advances, so it's going to be Blade and Inoue versus MSK, and I think Malik Blade and Inoue, for some reason, they just like
good. That was not good, bro.
They skyrocketed in charisma. I think these dudes are idiots, and it makes me laugh. Like that's a plus. I mean that in a good way. I mean that in a really good way.
Malik Blade didn't sound too comfortable. Inoue sounded a little more comfortable in that promo. And Malik kind of sounded like he just reciting lines.
It's a pre-tape, so I will agree there. But I think Inoue like has that charisma, or that he's the jokey.
Oh yeah, he got it. Yeah, you could definitely tell.
And then like Blade is he's very reserved and not really confident in himself. So I think if they continue being a tag going forward, they will both grow very well. Similar to how Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams are just like growing with each other.
They're meshing really well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to be wrestling MSK, so you're not advancing, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh no, they ain't getting that far.
We get a backstage promo, and Zoe Stark is talking to Io Shirai, and Zoe Stark is just like, "Yeah, man, my leg's still broken, dog. I should have never tried to do that Phoenix Splash, dog. I'm sorry." And she's gonna find a new partner, and I actually thought this is absolutely the best segment between these two. When Io Shirai said, "I don't want another partner," I was just like, "Aw, they fucking with each other." She fuck with a low key, It's hard. It's hard to move on, yeah. So I thought that was really cool. And then another person that isn't really wanting a partner, Raquel and Cora Jade. I thought this one was a little weird.
It's like the annoying little sister trying to get like her friend, her big sister, to hang out with her. Go to the mall with her or some shit.
My thing that bothered me was Cora Jade going to slap Raquel, because I was just like, how did you think slapping Raquel was gonna be like, okay, I'm fucking with you, and then we're getting
so he got a little moxie. My problem with the slap is it was in fucking slow motion. The slowest fucking slap I've ever seen.
That too, like, but also I just wouldn't have slapped her, But no, I did think it was funny, and I thought it was a funny promo where she was just like, man, I can lift this shit, man.
Damn well.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna lift them weights, man. But I thought it was very funny. I think Cora Jade has a lot of charisma, and she's cool to see on screen. I really don't get the hate so far. And then Chase U defeats GYV. I don't have much to say, but I do think the student is very funny.
Bodie Hayward, yeah. So I do this. This is interesting, right? So this is kind of like the philosophy. I don't know if this is the WWE philosophy, and then there's the other outsider fans philosophy. Like, this is kind of reminds me of this explains why wins and losses really don't matter in wrestling. I don't think Andre Chase has won a single match on TV since he debuted. Not one.
He's over, baby.
Them boys is when they were doing the Chase U stomp thing, the whole crowd was doing it. That's what I'm saying. That's why the wins and losses don't matter to me. To a degree they do. But like in a matter of like just getting over, Andre Chase did it perfectly fine. He rose up to the occasion, and the match was fun. I like this. I think the crowd really made this match more fun, because the crowd was super into Chase U, like insanely into Chase U.
Hey, hey man, you remember when I wasn't fucking with him?
I wasn't day one.
I turned around, man. Like the fact that he's like Chase U gets Andre Chase gets featured a lot. I think that's a really good sign.
Yeah, I think he's a good talker. Plus, he's one of the few like real vets. Like, he's been doing this for a long time, so like he's really in the role that I wish that like Drew Gulak was in. He is Gulak Jr. pretty much.
Yeah,
they're almost the same gimmick, low key.
If let Drew like come down, make a Chase U cameo in the class. Say we got a special guest speaker or some shit like that. He just pulls it out one night, just one.
You know where I want Drew Gulak to be? I want him in Alpha Academy.
I want a lot of people in Alpha.
I want Drew Gulak in Alpha Academy.
I watched Raw. I'm fucking with the Alpha Academy, dog.
that was their best work so far as a team. That whole promo, that was man, Chad Gable got a lot more comfortable out there. Well, I think he's always been pretty comfortable on the mic, but at least he got to showcase it on Raw. He looked great. It gave me Kurt Angle vibe, which I mean, it's obvious, but like more so in the character work. He was kind of goofy like Kurt Angle was, like the early 2000s Kurt Angle.
He's showing a lot
oblivious.
He's showing a lot more charisma than he's ever had.
Yeah. And the match with Randy was a banger.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't think the Shorty G stuff was bad. I just thought the attire was
bad. Yeah, the gear was bad. Even the name I could have looked past, that gear was terrible. That was a terrible gear.
Names or whatever. Names or whatever. So, but I thought it was that was cool.
Also, shout out to Grizzle Young Vets for winning a match finally. They
won the match?
My guys wrong. They won the match, yes.
Oh, for shit. I got it down as they lost. Well, they lost mentally.
They won that match. It's about damn time.
Okay. Robbie just sent me a RTBMB link.
Oh god.
But let's get into these quick hits. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot. Because Cameron Grimes and Tony D'Angelo had a match, and I just didn't care.
You didn't put it on the damn thing.
I did not care about the match.
That was the main event of the show, and it wasn't even that bad.
It didn't feel like a main event. I'm sorry. Is there anything you would like to say about it that's fresh in your mind?
It's not fresh in my mind anymore.
Yeah.
It's not.
Sorry, folks, but I wasn't really liking the match, and I'm sorry that like whenever I don't really like a match, I have nothing to say. Normally, I am a know thy enemy so I can really pick apart. But like for this, I was just like, and it's Tony D'Angelo again. Just
What is it you don't like about Tony D'Angelo?
right now, I definitely, like I said it before on the podcast, where it was just like I think the people's perception of him is like really like fucking with me, because like people are acting like he's better than he actually is currently. And when I see his,
That's
I
just a
watch this,
meme.
I know, but like, that's fucking with me. I acknowledge it's a problem. But like what he does is just like, it's just variation is like suplex. He does suplex A, suplex B, back suplex, one, back suplex
he's a
two.
Shooter.
Yeah, but that's all he does.
He's a shooter.
And I think that's weird for his character, honestly.
But
Especially for a heel. Like he's not I don't feel like he's feeling it up enough. Like, and I think out of all the people that were like Team 2.0, I feel like he's really being, he's falling behind.
Oh, he's the weakest for sure. I think he's improved. I don't know why you guys keep saying he's not. I think he's improved in the ring. But we can talk about in that match is Pete Dunne. He's back. So he hit him with a cricket bat. So I'm assuming we're gonna have one more match, maybe like a street fight or something. I don't know, but it ain't over. There's still smoke. Still smoke between Pete Dunne and yeah, they can wrap this up.
Yeah, but
I thought the feeder roll was a good idea, but no, they want to keep going.
But yeah, I don't know. For right now, I'm not really rocking with Tony D'Angelo, because I feel like everybody in 2.0, he's really getting lapped, and he's making small.
I won't say lapped. That's a little
what
lapped. He's not getting lapped. He ain't getting lapped. I think he's the weakest out of the guy group, but I don't think he's getting lapped.
Grayson Waller is the biggest heel on NXT right now. Carmelo Hayes unified the belt, and he walked out with Ollie J. Braun Breaker is fucking NXT champion right now. What has he done? He beat fucking Pete Dunne.
He's over.
Is he over?
He's over. Yeah, Tony D'Angelo's over.
Hey, yes, that motherfucker's getting lapped, bro. Everybody is accomplishing a lot and not him, and that's the definition of
getting lapped. He been in this feud with fucking Pete Dunne for like 2 months.
Motherfucker, Carmelo Hayes has been in a feud with Roderick Strong for like a hot minute.
Carmelo Hayes got like 3 different feuds within that time.
And there was like periods of time where he was kind of just like not doing anything.
Yeah.
And he was still harder than Tony D'Angelo. What do you fucking mean? But no, it is what it is. Moving on to quick hits. We got Dante Chen. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, I was gonna say before we even get to that, I want to just talk about Ollie J real quick.
Yeah. I'm sorry, folks, but she got some big ass titties, dog.
Wow.
That shit is ridiculous.
Wow. Oh my. I was going to say that I thought she had a hell of a performance. She left her heart and soul out in the middle of that ring. Wow, that was like Whitney Houston at the Super Bowl. That was incredible.
What I liked about the performance, being serious, I was serious.
There's nothing I liked about that performance. Nothing.
What I liked about the performance is that it was short.
That's the best part. It wasn't long.
The problem with Poppy's performances is that she's performing her full 3-minute song. Girl,
and then do 2 songs.
What the fuck is you doing?
Yeah,
especially when the crowd, and like especially since like the crowd don't know these songs, so they don't sing along.
Yeah, they don't know nothing.
It's hard to sing along to Poppy.
Yeah,
unless you heard the song a couple of times. Like with Ollie J, it was like make him fall in love. Like that's it. Like how hard is that to like really mimic
a very simple song? And it just you know what it was. She did. I'm like, I know this isn't music time, but she needs some more energy, some stage presence. She looked like she didn't even want to be there.
I went on her Instagram. This is like her first big gig.
Yeah, dead ass. I saw her YouTube page. It had like 1,000.
It is what it
is. Like, yeah.
God, Poppy is damn near a generational superstar, and for some reason she's like not making it work.
Who was the horny person that was on Instagram scrolling and found Ollie J? Really, we should put her on the show. Because how did they find this girl?
Cornell put him on before he left.
They say, I got this girl. You might want to check her out.
She's local, that's why.
Is she local? Is she from out there?
Yeah, she's local.
I know they've been using her song since the beginning, but I'm just like, where'd they even find that song?
She's local. So quick hits. We got Dante Chen. Duke Hudson has a match, and I didn't have my headphones in, so I thought it was Roderick Strong just beating the shit out of somebody. But
it was Guru Raj again.
Yeah. Duke Hudson wins that match, but then Dante Chen was just like, "Hey man, I'm gonna give you the respect you didn't give me last week. Congratulations. Now I'm gonna beat your ass." Nigga's the GOAT, bro. I'm fucking with Dante Chen, bro. After Vengeance Day, I think we need to do another report card, bro. We need to do another report card.
I'm with that. Let's do that.
Has it what was it was War Games? I think we said like 3 months.
We did it after War Game, yeah. So might as well do it after this one.
We should do another report.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Dante Chen is about to get a whole different grading. Io Shirai versus Tiffany, whatever her last name is. I know a lot of people are just like, "Oh man, why Io's wrestling her?" NXT, if you haven't realized in the 4 months now, NXT 2.0 is damn near, it's half a wrestling show, half a mentor program. And Io Shirai, just gave her schooled her. That's it.
Hey, nothing she kicked more, the shit out of her at one point. One spot, she kicked the shit out of her.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, what she did here?
I was just like, welcome to wrestling. Then
kick
the shit out of her.
Beat the brakes off that girl.
But we already talked about.
I was gonna say Tiffany looked better than the last time we saw her. I'll say that much. She didn't do a lot. They made sure that Io Shirai was more in charge of this match, but she looked better than the last time.
I don't even remember her matches, and I didn't really see her matches.
It was bad. The first one was bad.
And then we already talked about Ciampa and Ciampa Breaker, Elgato del Fantasma next week. So that is that. Also Imperium has a promo. I wasn't reading the subtitles, so it is what it is.
It basically Walter was like, "I'm Gunter now. Deal with it. That's my granddaddy's name. You're gonna respect me, and you respect my granddaddy, and we're gonna beat your ass." That's it.
Yes. And it was his granddaddy name. So did he pick it or did WWE pick it?
Who knows?
Man, it really makes you fucking think. Yeah, that's it for our show. Subscribe to us at Patreon at patreon.com/the A Show RNC. We are having a whole bunch of good Patreon exclusive shows. You're going to get One Night Stand 2 for spot callers. We're going to get Batista Legendary Run, and then you'll be getting the X8 Diaries coming in the near future. And then you get our weekly shows like the A Show and the War Report a day early. Basically, you get them as soon as we're done editing them, and that's fantastic. Yeah. And if you join now, you can join our Royal Rumble pool and possibly win $150. $5 for $150? Why not?
Like hitting the parlay, which I didn't do this week or last week or this week. I lost again.
Hey man, they looking for their money yet? But yeah, so join our Patreon is all good stuff. You can hear me on the A Show this week talking about Raw and SmackDown and the Royal Rumble and who we think are gonna win. All great stuff. And me and Quan are gonna get into this Patreon talk, and we're gonna be talking about, oh man, I don't know how to pronounce her name. But we're going to be talking about
how you recommend the match. I don't know the shorty name.
We're going to talk about Mayu Iwatani versus Takumi Iroha?
Iroha?
Sure.
We'll say Iroha.
Not sure. For the World of Stardom Championship, a match that took place October 18th, 2020. If you're not interested in that, I'm sorry to hear, because Stardom is some really cool shit. You can find it on YouTube. It's a really good match. The video says it's 40 minutes, but the match is 22 minutes, so don't worry about it. But thanks for listening, and hopefully to see you on the Patreon next week.